Okay, so listen. What would you have to sacrifice to have what you really want? It's the first question.
That's a good
What
question.
would you have to sacrifice? All right. Your social life, relationships, credit cards, free time, sleep. Now answer this question. What are you willing to sacrifice?
That's a difference.
If those two lists don't match up, you don't want it badly enough.
I feel that.
So what would you have to sacrifice realistically?
Yeah.
And what are you willing to sacrifice realistically?
That's a great question to ask yourself.
Let's go. Welcome back.
Whoa, welcome back. What up, though?
We back again with it.
How's
You
everyone
already know
doing
what it
today?
is. Surviving startup.
I am Terry Sylvester, your co-host.
And I am Jamon. I am the other co-host. Just two co-hosts.
And let's go. What's up with
Let's
you,
get
bro?
it. Oh man.
That felt
a
the energy felt off. I'm tired, kind of. I ain't
It's
gonna
a
lie.
lot. It's a lot. You gotta come with it. Yeah.
Let's go. What's up?
Yeah. Shoot, you the one with the extra going on.
Yeah, it be like that.
You
But
just
it
had
don't-
the baby.
Yeah. That was a long
Man,
process.
I ain't need my nose to tell. That's your nose to tell.
Yeah, that was a process, but we here though.
Yeah,
it was
so-
a gorgeous son, gorgeous baby boy
I know.
came in the world.
Definitely from experience that the nights get sleepless.
Oh yeah, and my
When you
wife
get
is
that
a
new
trooper
baby,
because she was in labor for 38 hours, so a long time, man.
It's a long labor.
So ridiculously long labor.
Yeah.
But we out the hospital. Everybody healthy. Everybody good. We here now.
So congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. So me myself, not a whole lot of different stuff, but a
Just
bunch of the
busy,
same
just
stuff.
busy.
Busy, and that's the story right now to tell.
That is a story of how busy life is. Life of an
Did
entrepreneur.
we talked about the event a little bit last week.
We
on
did.
last episode.
We did. We let them know that we was having an event.
Yeah, and I think what that looked like is a lot of busyness.
A lot of business, especially if
when
you
you
did it in a
already-
shord period of
Yeah.
time. We had
Yeah.
we came up with the idea and we went with it because we doers and not talkers. So we came up with the idea. We went with it in a short amount of time.
And it's coming together. It's
like
coming
it's
together
supposed
excellent.
to.
It's coming together excellent. So,
Everything.
like I said though, the story is the busyness.
Busyness.
So today we are going to get into the story.
Get
So
into
we
our
all know
story.
what it is.
Yes,
Yeah.
let's
So
go.
if you don't know what it is, this is a business podcast catered to people in the entrepreneur area, startup phase, pre-startup phase. Maybe you want to scale your business, but this is where you can find a community. We like to have guests to give more information, but we also like to share our story so people can have that
And we got a
understanding,
story.
like- oh man, I don't really think we've been sharing our story.
We
enough.
haven't. We always talk about other people's stories,
Yeah,
and we
we
talk
ain't share our
about
story enough
because what we got really is intricate. It's a lot. It's what we got going on is
Yeah.
intricate anyway in its own way. Because I got multiple businesses going on. You got multiple things going on. So it's really hard
Yeah.
to entangle that.
So
But since we got this one thing going on that's really important, we can tackle
So
that.
tell them. So let's get an idea, bro. Like what are your different endeavors that you got going on right now?
Me personally,
Yeah.
what I have going on as an entrepreneur, a lady asked me that the other day at the hospital. She goes, "What?" Or no, the Fox lady. She was like, "You got a baby on the way and you're here, or you just had a baby and you're here." The life of an entrepreneur, it don't stop. But what I have going on is I own a detailing business, Mobilely. So we come to you. I have a Lotus Spot opening up, which is a restaurant, potato-based restaurant opening up here in Sparta. Me and my wife again. We need a team. It is what it be. But we got that going on. My wife just gave birth to our baby boy. He's 3 days old. When this aired, maybe 5 or 6. But we got that going on. And we got this expo that we putting on for young entrepreneurs that we came up with. So that's a lot. That's a lot to jiggle.
Didn't you just have one go to college?
My son, I forgot. I didn't forget about that, but that's just every day. So I don't even, when I think about, would you say when you ask that question, I don't even incorporate baseball, softball,
but
cheerleading.
That's where
that didn't even cross my. It really didn't cross. So if you want to take it
there, like that's the whole picture.
Take it there, then we can talk about it.
That's the whole picture. That's what it's about. That's what we about.
But no, that didn't even cross my mind. But yeah, I got my daughters
reality.
in high school who is a cheerleader. So if you're a cheer mom or cheer dad, you already know how that go. We have my middle schooler who just going to middle school, and I don't even know what she got the violin. I think she picked out, but she's also played softball. So fall softball's coming up. My son went to college for football, and it's fall, and that starts. And he said the first game is end of August or beginning of September. So I got to make a way to make it to Indiana every home game. On top of, yeah, we got a lot.
Yeah,
you just got me depressed,
it
bro.
looked like it just hit you. I saw it, bro. I saw it as soon as it hit you. Like, yeah, but we got to look at that. So just a little bit of insight into what I got going on. So I got the videography business, which right now, I'm in the middle of a rebranding. So I'm rebranding, and it's really not so much a videography business as a video marketing company. So we are a video marketing company, and I'm in the middle of a rebrand, trying to get the website together.
Okay.
Just dialing in everything, all that background stuff, you know what I'm saying? Of course, we got the podcast. That's daily, you know what I mean? Yeah. A lot of editing go into that.
I didn't even throw that in there.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so you forgot about that.
The podcast.
We right here, right now.
We doing a podcast.
Taking up our time right now. So then you got the podcast, Big Blended Family.
Yes.
I'm always pulled in a lot of different directions.
Physically,
you know
mentally,
I mean?
or what you mean?
Yeah.
Both. Okay.
Both. My teenagers, my daughters are older. Teenage boys, so we'll see what they get into. They always in and out of some type of stuff at school or something, so we'll see what they fall on this year. Got the 3-year-old. I'll just let my wife get a dog. It's like having a baby, man. Bro. You gotta wake up at night, take the dog out. It's like 4 a.m. I'm like, man. Yeah,
but that's tough in its own way.
I love her, so hey, we'll figure it out. We'll work around it. Then we got the expo going on. Yep, and just with that and everyday life, it adds up.
Yeah, it gets tough.
It adds up.
It gets tough, but if you dedicated in what you're supposed to do, like we say all the time, you start somewhere and everything else will fall in line. We say that all the time. You start somewhere, everything else will fall in line, whether it's throwing it in the air.
So, yep. So let's be clear on this, people.
Let's go.
We not saying
let's go.
Start this and then everything will magically just fall in the line.
No.
Like you gotta work for everything to fall in the line.
You gotta
right?
work.
And that's why I said today's episode is really about time. Because all of these endeavors, if you're taking on things that you want to build up to be something, then what you're looking at is time, taking away time. So it's really like this. I was talking to my business coach, name drop Chris Mathis. So I was talking to him earlier, and we got kind of deep into that conversation, right? So it was a quote. That I want to share. So I got it kind of pulled up. I should have been ready already with it. But I'm going to it. Give me 5 seconds.
No, that's what's up, man. Your business coach, that's a whole different thing. That's what people need, too. We don't even talk about that too often. Business coaches.
Man, look here.
Shout out to Chris.
like it propelled me way past where I would be right now.
Got you thinking
without
different.
it. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right. I may be on the wrong. This may be it. Okay, so listen. What would you have to sacrifice to have what you really want? It's the first question.
That's a good question.
What would you have to sacrifice? All right. Your social life, relationships, credit cards, free time, sleep. Now answer this question. What are you willing to sacrifice?
That's a difference.
If those two lists don't match up, you don't want it badly enough.
I feel that.
So what would you have to sacrifice realistically?
Yeah.
And what are you willing to sacrifice realistically?
And that's a great question to ask yourself in life.
Bro, we done ran into that with this event.
Yeah.
So
That's
like
amazing.
as we talking about it, like when we first started, I'll let you tell that part. So okay, all right, I'm gonna get a context to it, right? So we was talking about starting it. So we came together with the
This whole
with
expo,
the
Young
businesses.
Entrepreneurs Expo.
The Young Entrepreneurs.
We got a Young Entrepreneurs Expo
The
going
Young
on.
Entrepreneurs
Let's
Expo.
go.
Yep.
Let's
So
go.
we talked about doing it, and then we all came together. You know, let's agree that if we gonna do this, we gonna do this.
100%.
So
110.
you had some people that's like, well, I don't know, maybe the way my life set up, I might not have time, but I may. And so the thing was brought up when God wants you to do something. And
Yeah, that's
put
what it
in
was.
front of you.
That's what it was. Because, like, we going to say what it was. I brought it up because when we brought this whole situation up, there was, like I say, I just named off everything I got going on.
Mm-hmm.
I just named
And it's
off.
realistic.
This is real. I just named off everything I got going on. So when we came together, it was like, yeah, let's do it. But when we put it in the air like that, like we say, we put it in the air and it happened. But I wasn't expecting it to happen. Like, we threw it in the air and we say we gonna do it, and it happened because we reached out and it happened. But my realistically expectations was like next year. In my brain, I'm thinking next year
Yeah, we
because
gonna
the
do
fall
it, but,
coming up. I got this going on. I got that going on. You got this going on. You got that going on. So in my brain, we didn't talk about that, but in my brain, I was like, yeah, I'm with this expo next year, next spring. Let's do it. You know what I mean? But then we got to talking, and it's like, oh, next month. Like, oh, what does next month look like? And for me personally, next month look crazy.
Yeah.
I got a baby on the way next month. I got this going on next month. So realistically, in my brain, it was like, I want to be 100%, but I know for a fact I already promised my wife she got 100% of me when this baby come. Sacrifices, like you say. But then we brought up, Rev brought up, how God works. If like I can't remember exactly what he said. Like, it's slipping my brain. You just said it actually.
When God puts something in front of you,
Everything.
He presents you.
Yeah, how everything will work out, and time will work out, and time wouldn't be the matter if this is something we want.
So that was the basic of what he said.
That's what the basis of what he's saying. And you know what? I tell. Not only do I tell myself that, I tell people that all the time. But in that moment, I was doubting time. I ain't gonna lie, I was doubting time because I was like, "Sheesh, my baby come first." I just told my wife. I gave my wife, like you say, sacrifices. I sacrificed everything and told her she had 100% of me after this baby, during this labor. But with that come up, it's like, all right. But then I had to go back and talk to my wife. And my wife is dope. And she like, we got this. We got this. While she in labor, she doing what we need to be done. So it worked out. Fell in line. But that's real life because it wasn't a discouragement, but it probably was. Like, everybody get discouraged at some point. But I looked at my timeline, and I knew my timeline wasn't adding up. I'm already giving 110% in 18 different things. Shit, another 110? And when we go, I need 110. Like you say, we need you 110%. Otherwise, it won't work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody got to play their part. So when we had the conversation, all four of us, it's like, I'm not a liar. I don't know if I can give you 110%. I might be able to give you 80. Rev like, nah, we can't do that. God don't work like that. When he said that, you know what? It popped it back in my head because we say the same thing all the time on this podcast.
Yeah.
And I fell back on myself just because I know what my time looked like. But we got this. And we got an expo coming up. And it's about to go hard.
So, okay. Now, with that being said, right, definitely the expo definitely going hard. It's definitely going hard. But with that being said, and knowing what was said, you know,
this is life.
Like to encourage you, you know what I mean? And
this is life.
God will make things happen. But I ain't even gonna say who it was, but I had a and this is not to throw shade at this person.
Right.
This is just to put a reality on reality
on what's
check
going on.
Reality.
Right.
Like God will make a way. You know what I mean? At the same time, we have to be conscious about why we doing these things, right?
The why.
Because if you feel like I should just go in this direction and it's not even lining up with, you might not be hearing.
And let's go.
Thing.
And let's start
off.
off.
You know what I mean? Because this is the thing about it. Time. Like, it's going to take up time. You already, especially for an entrepreneur, you know what that look like with time. You have to dedicate time, and that means sacrifices.
And when we say time,
so hold on, wait, bro. So I talked to somebody out the group, and they was like, "Yeah," I'm like, "No, like, did you see the group message?" Oh no, like I've been busy because, realistically, if my business is paying my bills. And if that ain't going all the way right, then I had to make a decision on what to spend the most time on.
Yeah. And that's life.
You know what I mean? So we are pledged to being able, committing to this event in that time. But then when it comes to realistically in life, like, you really have to look at it. Like, that's why I brought up that quote, because realistically it is.
Sacrifice.
What are you willing to sacrifice? What will you have to sacrifice? But what are you willing to sacrifice?
And that's the great question, because right now what we sacrificing is a lot. Because let's be clear, what we doing is totally free for the kids. Everything is totally free. So everything that we're doing is either coming out of our pocket or somebody else's pocket. Nobody has to pay for this event.
Yeah.
We're not getting paid for this event. And most people would look at that and be like, y'all ain't even getting paid?
So then it would say, like,
y'all ain't even getting paid?
I was asked that question.
Okay.
I was asked that question.
All right, so what do we help and do?
What keeps me grounded in that is the why for me.
Why?
It ain't
got nothing to do with money.
The way this came together was everybody I talked to, out of all three of y'all, it was something about the younger generation.
Youth.
It was about the youth and the reason that's passionate behind that.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, just to be just straight up open with y'all, my passion for doing this and doing this for the youth is because, for one, I have to become a successful entrepreneur so that I can teach that to my children. First and foremost, you know what I mean?
Right.
Second of all, I have to learn how to be a better teacher in order to give that to them.
Nice.
Right? Third of all, I need to create a space for them to be able to learn that.
And that's your why.
So now, with that being my why, this will give that not just to them but to me. This will give me what I need to give them something.
Yes, I love that.
So, yeah, it's time. But the why of it for me is like not just, all right, there's a lot of, I got to learn how to manage my time better. Especially now. Especially now.
Because
I
love
with
that.
Everything going on, it's like rebranding, this, that, just like you got this, that. If you was to let go of everything, like, you can hire somebody to watch the car.
Yeah.
right? You can hire you can have an employee go do
employees
your
that do-
cars.
yeah.
So realistically, you can say, okay, take care of the car stuff, the behind the scenes stuff real quick. Every time that I got free time, I'm putting it into getting what we need for Lotus Spud.
Yep.
If you let go of all of this other stuff you had going on, you have so much more time to do that.
Yep. Yep.
So then what are you willing to sacrifice?
What are we willing to sacrifice?
And then how do we look at that? Like, how do you choose?
I haven't. I ain't gonna lie. I haven't. My goal is to get everything where it needs to be and get people behind it.
Meaning what you mean by that?
Meaning with my detailing business. I got that going, and my goal is to get 3 vans so they moving by themselves. So I don't have to touch it unless I want to.
Yeah.
Get the building, do the building and whatnot. You know what I mean? And even then, I don't really want to touch it. My goal is to get that where it needs to be before I let it just do what it does. Right?
Let's pause right there.
Right?
What's your time frame do you think look like
On
to,
that?
to be able to get that done? Like what is your goal?
My goal
To get it
on
done
my
by?
wall, because I put everything on my wall. I got a chalk wall in my bedroom, so I write everything on my wall. My goal is by 2025 to have 3 vans with Sylvester's Luxurious Mobile
So 2
Detailing.
years.
2 years. 3 vans and 2 locations of Lotus Spud. That's my goal.
Do you think you can hit that goal with the pace you moving right now, realistically?
Yeah, because with everything being thrown in my way, I feel like it's happening and everything's supposed to happen how it's supposed to happen.
Elaborate on that.
Meaning, we got an expo coming up, and that was just thrown in my way, right? With that being said, I didn't think I had the time, but we made time, and with that time, there was another curveball thrown in, like, hey, the news want to check out this expo, right? What happens on the news? I get to flourish my business that I own, right? So most people that never even heard of Luxurious Mobile Detailing or Surviving Startup, right? Now see it on the news because of something, a curveball. It was a curveball because we came up with it and we went with it. But because of that curveball, we knocked it out the park. We're about to knock it out the park, and we got exposure elsewhere. So I feel like everything happens how it's supposed to happen.
I think with the critical part in that, what it happening, how it's benefiting the other things is because what we chose to do lined up with everything that we had going on.
Like, is it going to be tough? That's the question you should have asked me. Is it going to be tough?
Nah, because this is what I was alluding to, right? And because this is what what we was kind of going into earlier. If the things you do don't align with the goals that you're trying to complete,
perfect. I got
then
that.
it's just taking you.
It's just taking you away from what
the
you're trying to do.
goal,
I agree.
Right. So even though this is taking up a lot of our time, it's still taking us closer to the
where I need to
goal.
be. Exactly.
So giving exposure where we wouldn't have had that exposure.
Exactly. So now we
know
can
what I
run
mean?
with it. Either you can run with it or you can't. You see it or you don't.
And then from even how we put this together and the exposure that it's getting already, then we looking at something we took less than a month to put together. Right? News coverage, all of this. So now we talking about boom, less than a month. When it's over, we planning next year.
We're already on to next year.
You know what I mean?
In our notes.
So that's like 11.
Lining up.
That's a whole year.
Oh yeah, and it ain't got nothing to do with our business.
So now when you look at that, it's like if we had this much exposure that actually allowed our business to be exposed to and a podcast to be exposed, what is amongst the next year going to look like?
Look at us. We started a podcast on the whim of just hollering at each other.
Bro, we talked about it and started it less than a month.
In a month.
Like,
we on episode, I don't even know what episode.
We on like
we going
25,
hard. We done
26.
beat the
It's
odds.
like 25, 26.
We done killed the odds. And we still going hard.
Still
and we
going
got
hard.
an expo coming up. Our first Annual
I'm gonna
expo.
tell y'all like this though. I ain't taking up nothing else. Bruh, I ain't taking up
I'm gonna have to say no for the next 2 years. I'm gonna have to say.
Nah, for real. Like, I ain't taking up nothing else. Like,
I
for
agree.
real.
I agree.
This is more than enough.
I ain't gonna lie. I haven't had a baby in my youngest is 12 this year, bro. I haven't seen a baby in my house in 12 years.
All the way over.
Yeah, I got all this going on. We got it though.
Yeah, we got it definitely.
It's tough. But this is our journey, man. This is our journey. And this is it. So we letting y'all know that this ain't easy, and I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm headed there. And let's go. I mean, it ain't easy. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
and the way you just put it out there, it got me thinking, and it got me depressed and all. Like, man, I got kids. And all. I ain't even. They don't even cross my mind. That's just like an automatic thing. I think about work and how we gonna manage this. The kids, that just be like, hey, throw that on the schedule. Now I gotta think about that too. I ain't gonna lie, it ain't easy though. But if you love what you do and you doing what you love for the greater, I believe it's supposed to work out.
And it will. But you gotta know your why.
Your why. You gotta keep that on top.
And then start working on your time management.
And
if you're not great at time management, start working on it in the beginning. Yeah. Because
your why.
Listen.
Learn your time management and your why. Like I said my son.
I'm terrible at it, bro. I'm getting better.
When he went to college, I asked him what his goal was. And I got his goals. And his goals was, one of them was to be the best, I'm about to pull it up, the best linebacker on the team for your goals. I send it to him. I tell him I'm going to send it. If you give me your goals, we're going to go over these goals every week, right? So for anybody out there, if y'all send me y'all goals, if y'all see this right now and send me y'all goals, I'll shoot you your goal with something to go with every week, no matter what week it is. But his goal is he want to weigh 220 and look good. That was the first one. He want to weigh 220 and look good. He want to be on a Michigan State football team. I don't know why he want that green and white, but it is what it is. He want to have good grades, and he want to be an All-American linebacker. Now ask him, do you know what it takes to be an All-American linebacker? Are you willing to do what it takes to be an All-American linebacker? He has no idea because he don't know none. So I told him to go search some All-American linebackers and see what they do. See what they did in high school or college, because you can go back and look at everything somebody done. Mm-hmm. But my thing is, if that's what you want to do, I'm here to make you do that. I can't make you do anything because you're in college, but hey, I'm going to shoot you this text every Monday, 6:45 a.m. I'm shooting his goals that he sent me, saying, let's go.
Yep. I did something similar that I did with my girls.
That's what you want.
What I'm doing with my boys. My girls is older, but like you can bring a horse to the water, but you can't make
it do nothing. That's what I tell you.
So
it's all up to you. You a big boy.
When I talk to them and I ask like what y'all want to do, you know what I mean? One want to be a flight attendant. One want to do hair, but she don't. It's expected. It's young people. Yeah. They 19, and my daughter that's 23. She's modeling. So I don't know nobody in that model field, but I know entrepreneurs that do hair. Yeah. Right. So now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna connect y'all. So I'm going to these people who I know they got their own shops. They really doing this. So now, all right, I'm going to set something up with you for you to go talk to this person, because that's how you going to get where you want to be. You got to find the people that's doing it.
And learn.
And then if you go with that connection and you just talk to that person and be real with them, now that's a connection you might have for the rest of your life. That's a potential mentor right there that can give you step by step. You know what I mean? My daughter that want to be the flight attendant, same thing. I know somebody who's a flight attendant. Most of these people I met doing stuff like business courses and training and stuff like that, other entrepreneurs. You know what I mean?
They go with it and go hard?
It's another story.
Like you say, you can't bring, you can.
It's another story.
Teach them.
You know what I mean?
You can't make them drink.
But at the same time, this is not who Dad been. Always.
It's a new dad.
You know what I mean? And so that's a factor too. You know what I mean? I can't say like I just did all this perfectly.
Yeah.
You know what I
That's
mean?
the thing, though. But
This ain't the dad always been. So
that's the difference, though. We're growing. Most people choose to stay who
Yeah.
they used to be.
And really, a lot of times, what it is learning how to give stuff to your different kids, where they might,
Learn to
and
leave it
some
off.
might not. You might be able to plant the seed, but they might not even listen to you till way down the line.
Whether
till
it's
they
a
look
kid
back.
or your significant other. I understand that.
Like, you can give them the information, they might take it.
Or they gonna
But I'm always trying to look for better ways to give it, and you know what I mean.
But you constantly teaching yourself.
Yeah, and that's
what's
the
up,
thing,
though.
and that's one of the
No,
reasons
man, that's
why
where
this
we at.
is
That's what it is, man.
something I want.
So if somebody out there, like I say, man, if y'all got somewhere y'all want to start, y'all want to do something, we can't make you do nothing, but if the little inspiration that says a text that reminds yourself what you told yourself, hey, leave it in the comments. Shoot us an email. Shoot me something, and we can. I promise you, if you shoot it back, I promise you, I will personally make sure I shoot you a text every Friday or every Thursday or whatever day you say you want to know.
No, I'll probably just pick a day.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You taking on a lot more.
A lot. I mean, and what I thought that, but it's just
So
a
just
text.
organize it though.
It's
Nah,
just a-
know
you
what I'm
know what I
saying.
mean?
But like we talking about, bro, this out there forever.
I get that.
So now you talking about down the line, a year from now.
Yeah, it'd
We
be
got
tough.
500,000 followers, bro. And you got all these people talking about shoot me a
That'd be
text on
tough.
Monday, shoot me a text
That'd
on
be
Tuesday. 5 people shoot me a
Right,
text.
by then
on
we
Wednesday.
got program to just send this out.
Yeah, this started
but
with
for real, though, I feel you though.
So that's what I'm saying is everything we start from now on, let's start it with some order, man. That way it don't consume us or you know what I mean? Because we
Take
got
up a lot of time, bro.
wives and kids and baseball.
It's busy.
and you know what I'm saying. And the fact of the matter is,
That's what we working for time.
we family people too, though. You know what I mean?
working to be with them, and we taking
You
on
know
more
what I
things
mean?
to take us away from them.
Sometimes you got to take it to the next level to be able to spend that time, though. Right? Like, realistically, depending on how your stuff's structured, more than likely not, depending on how far, rather, you want your business to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's sacrificing that family
And
time.
that's something you got to
is
pick too,
already
because
something.
a lot of people pick a business and don't even know what they want to do with it. How far you really want to go? You
What
want a
does that look
company,
like?
or do you want a business?
It's an exercise.
You want to franchise this out, or do you just want that little corner store? It's a huge difference.
Exactly. I want to try to
Like
do
that
this
thing
exercise.
I say, do you want good money, great money, or legendary money? There's a difference between good money, great money, and legendary money. Saudi, what you want?
So I did this exercise, right? When I did Spring GR. And it's about visualizing those goals to get so you can start to actually see what that looks like to you.
And we never changed our background, bro.
Yeah,
This is why we need our intern.
man, I know, right? Man, I looked at it too and said,
Just look back right now. So, it's going hard. It's a busy week, man. It's a busy month. Don't pay us no mind.
like that.
It's how it is right now.
We gonna step our game up.
It don't stop,
Promise
though.
y'all. Promise y'all.
It don't stop.
I should have pulled this. I swear I just thought about this right now, y'all. So that's why I ain't got it already. All right. I ain't even gonna do it because I want to listen to it first. But it's I wanted to go through the exercise right now for the last part of the podcast. But I'm wondering, like, should I do it or should we listen to it
We
first?
go through it first. Yeah, I say we go through it first. But no, man, I agree, man. This is it, man. This is our story. Because we tell you we're going to be transparent, or we try to be as transparent as I can. I know my man's trying to be transparent as he can. So let's go. Like I say, we ain't Bill Gates, but will we get there? Hell yeah. Excuse
Man,
my
bro, we
language.
gonna try this, bro.
Right now?
We gonna try it.
Let's
we can just
go.
cut it off, bro. If it's some weird.
So-
Because no, I did it, but I would try to walk walk us through it like I was walked through it, the visualization. But I probably won't do a good job.
Oh, well, let's just go through it.
So let's do it, and then
we gonna go through it.
No, we're gonna go through it. So this ain't the actual one. It was actually somebody in class that was doing it, that knew what they was doing with this. So I'm going to a video now with it. So we're gonna do this guided manifestation meditation for
long is the
success.
video?
It's like 10-minute video, bro.
We just lost people already.
So what this is? No, I want you. Before don't log off. No, real talk. Hey, try it with us though. Try it with us. Because it was powerful when I did it, because as I sat and I was meditating and thinking about how the future looked it for my business, I saw things in that visualization that I never even thought about, that I never even set goals to go towards. Like where I saw myself was crazy.
So can we just throw the link in there, or you want to do it?
Man, look here. This is I feel like this is an actual actionable step. I'm going to throw the link in for one. Maybe you're right, bro. They might not want to see
this. Yeah, I mean, you can throw a link in. We can throw the link in. And I want to check it out myself personally, because I'm all about your breathing and your everything. It's life. Breathing is life. So you got to figure that out too. I ain't never talked about it, but... So that's a lot to do with business as well.
Let's look at it real quick first. Let's listen to it a little bit and see. So we ain't about to do it, y'all, but let's see what it's talking about, so y'all can get an idea.
Manifestation meditation for success. You will go on a powerful visualization journey to manifest success in a particular goal or dream you have. Before you begin this meditation, define exactly what you want to achieve. When you are ready, close your eyes and focus your attention inwards.
So define what y'all want to achieve. That's far as we're going to go with it. Define what y'all want to achieve. I'm going to put the link in the description. I'm going to put the link in the description. Take 10 minutes out your time. Try it. You will be amazed by where you see yourself. And like realistically, this is really the people we should be. Those people that we see ourselves as, when you able to start to just block everything out and focus on what you really want to look like. What does success look like to you?
I feel you.
When you made it, when your business made it, like that point where you feel like you made it, what does that look like to you? What does your house look like at this point? What does your family look like at this point?
What does your
car look like at this point? What does your time look like at this point? What does your leisure activities look? What does your office? What does your work building look like at this point? So that's kind of where it kind of take you down through, so you can start to actually visualize, not just think about these things, but start to visualize them. When you visualize them.
And that's a dope thing, because it takes in and it comes from the inside, and not what Facebook tell you to want, and not what the billboards told you to want. It actually brings, I haven't heard this one personally, but I understand what you're saying, but it brings it from the inside and not the outside.
I ain't never listened to that one either. That's why I was kind of, I only did it in a personal setting. I only did it in a personal setting. It brings it from within,
and it takes the outside away. Because that's a problem with a lot of people, the influence of what we have around us, whether it's a billboard, whether it's a commercial, whether it's the music, whether it's your parents. I ain't gonna lie, it could be anything. It could be anything.
It's so much noise.
So much noise and distractions that take you away from what you want to do. Exactly.
So much noise that you don't even see you.
Take you away from you. So let's step back. And you pretty much meditating. That's pretty much what you're doing, meditating. Go outside. I say listen to it outside. That would be my opinion. Listen to it in the grass, somewhere in the nature.
Connect with the ground, the electricity.
Yeah, no real.
Ground yourself.
But yeah, let's go. Yeah. Let's go. But that's us, man. This is us. As you see,
this is us.
This is us. out here.
We ain't
and we
perfect.
surviving.
That should be the logo. That should be the logo right there.
And this is it, bro.
Yep. So we gonna say this one more time before we get up out of here, though.
Let's go.
We gonna run through what was that question. So, what would you have to sacrifice to have what you really want? What is that? Like, would it be your social life? Would it be relationships? Would it be credit cards? Would
That
it be
weed.
free time? Would it be weed? Would it be sleep? Would it be drink? Would it be
Your
sex?
wife.
Now answer this question. What are you willing to sacrifice? Like, real talk. Make you a list. Think about what you really want. Oh, I want to be a millionaire.
Those some great questions, bro. Like, that's some hard questions, actually.
When you really think about it. If you telling yourself, I want to be a millionaire, what would you have to sacrifice to be a millionaire?
Can I throw in an easy question?
Look at all the millionaires and see
To
what
go
they
with that?
sacrificed.
Can I throw in an easy question to go with that?
Go ahead.
What are you not willing to sacrifice? Because that'll cancel out what you want to do and offer it.
Yeah.
You're not willing to do this. We know you're not willing to do it. So
Then you can set yourself up realistically for life.
what are you not willing to sacrifice?
Because now you're saying,
So if
okay,
you're not willing to sacrifice time, if you're not willing to sacrifice smoking, if you're not willing to sacrifice the social, if
Ooh.
you're not willing to sacrifice
somebody
the
getting
media,
hit right now.
then it
Somebody
really ain't for
feeling it
you.
right
So
now.
if you're not willing to
Somebody
sacrifice
feeling
something,
it right now.
so ask yourself that, and then go into those questions because we can
Boom.
check it off the list.
That's
and
what
write
I
it
was-
down though. Don't just think about it.
Yeah,
write
no.
it down so you can
Write
see
it down.
the differences in what you really want to do.
It be delusions. That's what I was saying earlier when I was talking to my business coach. People be delusion because you could say, I want to have $1 million business. But then when you look at
Not
what it
willing to
would
put in the
take
work.
and what you would have to sacrifice, you can say, nope, I'm not willing to sacrifice that, but I still think I can do it. I'm not willing to give up this, but I still want to.
That would've
But
been
this
like-
is still my goal.
That'd be like somebody said,
you
I
setting
want
yourself
a
up for
popcorn
failure.
business, but I can't pop popcorn.
Or I don't want to learn.
I don't want to learn how to do this.
You setting yourself
like
up
grease.
for failure. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, with certain structure, you might not have to because if you have, but that's like some.
That's
Next level.
That's even then though, you still ain't got. I mean, you can take it there, but for the most part, people like people who know what they're doing. So yeah, it's cool to have a few businesses. It's cool to make a lot of money and buy people out, but what are you learning? What are you doing? Realistically,
Making money, baby.
making money. I guess
Making
if that's
money,
what
baby.
you want.
'Cause no,
if that's
'cause this
your
is the
if that's
thing.
your if that's your why.
This is the thing.
If that's
like,
your why, then hey, go what you do.
Like you have people who are entrepreneurs who
But
are
no longer-
right now. I seen this, bro. This is the beginning of our journey, right? So the bigger we get and the more we step out of that all the daily tasks of our
Right.
businesses, now we're not both. We're not.
You're not-
We're not
you're
the.
not a
we're not
employee.
both. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
At this
exactly.
point, it's straight business, and then at this point, we can take money and put it into
Move
this
it around,
business,
but at the
and
same
then
time, you
let
kind
that
of want to
do-
know what
do.
you putting your
But
money
then
into.
Sometimes it's those entrepreneurs, bro, that's just like it's not about what business I'm a part of. It's about going into a business because I
agree.
they're in love with the entrepreneur, the actual entrepreneur.
And a lot of those businesses don't
of that,
really
you
go
know what I mean?
hard or last that long.
It depends on the purpose.
Because there's
it
no
depends on the
there's
person.
no backing behind it. It's just money behind it.
Nah, I disagree.
Just that's why
I
Popeyes
disagree.
is Popeyes.
I disagree.
Yeah, they
I
making
disagree.
money, but
I'm
don't
gonna tell you
nobody
why
like
I
that.
disagree because that person who is the straight entrepreneur who I want, their passion is taking a business and making that successful
And flipping it, I guess.
Whatever it may be, flipping, it may be keeping it wild for a minute, flipping it. But yeah, a lot of times that's what it is.
But even
because
then,
they're
you know your
entrepreneurs. You know what I
business.
mean?
You knew that
so you're not
business.
gonna go into nothing that you think you can't increase. And that's what you do. You are about taking businesses and increasing them. You
them.
know what I mean?
With
So-
that being said, that person had to step into that entity and increase it himself rather than just sending money to it. You get what I'm saying?
yeah, no, like you go on Shark Tank, bro. They not just gonna give you the money. they gonna come into you and look at your business and say, okay, I like this your idea, but all right, in order for us to make more money, you gonna have to do this, change this, take this over here,
do things they
we're
already
not
know.
you know what I mean? Now they know how to set it because they have connections and they know how to make businesses grow. So the money is definitely gonna be the help, but they're not just gonna come and give you the money.
Yeah.
They're gonna start maybe
you.
restructuring your sales strategy, your marketing strategy, all of that. They're gonna fine tune it.
Do something that they know.
They can do. Your business can go further.
I got you.
Because at the end of the day, if you don't make money, they ain't making money.
Then that's the goal, I guess.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, I mean, I see a lot of people fail because they don't know what they're doing. And they just send money somewhere and then come try to be the boss and you don't even know how to be the boss.
I get what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You don't know how to be the boss. You can't be the boss.
And that's why
You just come in here with money. People don't respect money.
When you go into somewhere new, the first thing you should do is learn.
That's what I mean. Learn your business.
Like,
I mean, whether it's the little part, you don't gotta learn it all.
yeah, no. But
that's what I was
it's
saying.
easy to learn
That's
it
what I
because
was
all you got to
saying.
do is listen to the people that's been there doing stuff. All you got to do is listen to people.
Yeah.
Talk to
Go get in.
them and listen
Go
to
rub
them.
a couple of shoulders.
Not come in like I'm gonna tell y'all how we gonna go now. We gonna just come
I'm the
in
boss.
and listen to them.
Yeah, I
you know what I'm
get it.
saying?
That's what I meant.
But
We got sidetracked.
time. I ain't taking
Time.
nothing else. But remember that. What are you willing to sacrifice?
Yes.
What will it take?
To get
What
there.
sacrifices will it take? What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you not willing to sacrifice?
Let's go.
Make the list. Pros, cons. But this ain't the pros and cons. This is what would you have to sacrifice?
This is about your life.
And what are you willing to sacrifice? Those two lists right there will give you the idea of how far I want to go in business. Like, do I really want to do I want to have $1 million business, or am I okay with 100,000 a year?
Yeah, that's a great question.
You know what I mean? Like,
Do I really want to?
how much would I have to
we talking money. Let's talk about the ins and the outs of the business. Do I really want to make schedule for people, or am I cool with being put on the schedule? That's a huge difference. A lot of people don't even want to know how to make a schedule.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, whatever I ain't gotta do, I'm
You gonna pay somebody to do it. I feel you. Let's go. That's what masterminds are
Nah,
for.
like,
We
'cause-
create a mastermind and keep it moving. Let's go.
yeah, nah.
Let's go.
Like, man, let me get that grant, baby.
But at the same time, you got to get to that point.
Yeah,
You start
definitely,
somewhere. You got to
definitely.
start somewhere.
that's like I get this grant, bro. The first, like, it's already things that I'm putting together in the background. So what that grant will allow me to do is bring somebody on for myself.
Yeah,
I would do that because
because you don't want.
I know that's not my.
That's how I feel about the
natural
internet.
ability. So I'm gonna learn. It's like I agree with you because I'm gonna learn. You know what I mean? I'm gonna learn sales. I'm gonna learn how to sell better
Yeah.
because you always gotta
You
sell
gotta know
yourself.
your spot.
Regardless,
Yes.
you selling yourself. Whether you just being cool with somebody, building a friendship, a relationship, you selling yourself. So selling is something I'm gonna learn, but I know I'm not the natural at it. So my best bet would be to
Yeah, I
get
can see that.
sales. You
That
know
would
what
be
I
like
mean?
me with
'Cause
the,
if I can
with
get
the
somebody
social
to-
part,
Yeah.
social media. I'm not the computer person. I don't even care about social media.
so you
personally.
can take up a lot of time
So
doing it, or you can
have
find
somebody else
somebody
do it.
that can do it for
I
you.
agree with that.
But you can still say, okay, oh, that's dope. How did this work?
How did they?
You know what I mean?
Ask my
Like,
kid,
how do you
how did
gotta do
TikTok
this?
work?
How do you gotta do that? How you gotta do something to do this? Oh, yeah, that's a lot. Okay, okay, I get it. You know what I mean?
I ain't about to do it. I got you. I got the gist
I
of
get it. Okay,
Nah.
I love it. You doing a great job. Keep
Oh,
doing what
man.
you do.
No, that's what's up though, man.
Yeah.
And this is us. This is our journey, man. The Expo, Young Entrepreneurs
August
Expo.
18th,
Show up, please show
3
up.
p.m. to 6 p.m.
Let's go.
So what we gonna have there before we wrap this up and close out on y'all? So we gonna be there, Surviving
We gonna be
Startup
there,
live
live.
podcast. Clap it.
Giving it up to the young entrepreneurs.
We not the main attraction though by far.
No, not at all. The young entrepreneurs are. So what we got going on? We got
Yeah.
young entrepreneurs coming up with whatever they have. How many? 20 entrepreneurs?
We had
20
10.
entrepreneurs under the age of 17.
We doing 20?
I don't
we
know.
doing 10.
10, 15, something
15.
like that. How many ever? But we got
15.
entrepreneurs coming out under the age of 17, all for free. So whatever they make out there, they taking home out there. And our goal as Surviving Startup in a community is to get everybody out here and to buy up everybody's booth. I don't care what they're selling. If it's a T-shirt,
We don't want them to leave with a
buy
crumb.
every T-shirt.
No cake
If they
crumb
selling
left behind.
candy, please buy all the candy. Like
No Kit
our
Kat
goal
left
is
behind.
to get these young entrepreneurs out here, and not only that, get the community to start supporting our young entrepreneurs because that's what we need.
Economics. Let's build on this
We building-
economics.
okay, that's what let's go. I'm
Let's
loving
build
it.
on this economics.
That's what we got
Let's
going
not
on.
forget
We
what
got
else
Rev.
we got going on.
We
Yeah,
got the Rev with the gun,
Rev with a gun. He gonna be out
Reverend Welly
there
Williams, and
with the simulator and be doing some
simulator.
gun safety. Some gun safety
Gun
stuff.
safety
Y'all can
stuff.
learn about gun. Maybe giving out locks for guns.
possible. We got backpack giveaways or school
Back
supply.
to school supply
giveaway.
So we gonna get the kids right too. We doing this all like this because like y'all like, man, y'all got the podcast, y'all got the kid vendors, y'all got Rev with a gun doing gun safety and simulator training, and then y'all got the backpack giveaway. What it all boils down to is us as a community coming together and supporting.
and
So
giving back to our
we
babies.
have businesses coming through donating school supplies. Now it's up to the community to come through,
Come up and support.
buy up
Show
these
up and
booths.
show out.
Come and buy up these booths. You know what I mean? Like show these kids that we support them.
Yeah. And with that, we gonna have a young entrepreneurs showcase their stuff for like a little minute on the podcast. So
Yep.
you're gonna see all the young entrepreneurs on the podcast. We just going out here, man. And by the way, I'm looking for a DJ who's 17 and under. So if you know a DJ, send them my way. Please send them my way.
I know it's
here in
I
the
know
West
it's a young
Michigan
DJ
area.
out there somewhere.
17 and under, if you DJing, come our way. And if you got all the supplies, let me know. If you don't, maybe we can find some supplies. I know a bunch of DJs who can come set up.
Yep.
But I want the young DJs out there to support.
Come with your business. Come with some type of information for the people to be
Yes.
able to book you too.
Yes. So that's what we got going on, Young Entrepreneurs Expo.
We
Let's
getting
go.
it. It's for the people, baby.
First annual Young Entrepreneurs Expo.
Yep. So, if you love the episode, leave a comment. Hey, tell us if you feel comfortable some of the things you are willing to sacrifice
Let me know.
to make it to your goals. Tell us some of the things you are not willing to sacrifice to make it to
Let's
your
talk
goals.
about it.
And I think we'll go deeper into that.
Let's talk about it. I
on
want to
the
talk
next
about those
one.
whys and why nots.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. I had some why nots, but now my mindset is let's go. Let's go. Now we say, nah, we got time limits. So we ain't let's going for a few things, but let's go.
And with that being said,
Start today.
and not tomorrow.
Yeah.
We out.